Why do we stay with the person who hurts us the most? It's a question that can feel impossible to answer, especially from the inside. It's confusing, it's painful, and it often feels like a secret you can't share. They don't hurt you all the time. That's the most confusing part. There are good moments, even incredible moments, moments where they are charming, loving, and attentive, just enough to make you crave them. Just enough to make you believe that if you just try a little harder, things will go back to being that good again. But the bad moments keep coming back, creating a cycle of pain and hope that feels impossible to break. You find yourself walking on eggshells, desperate for that next glimpse of affection, that next moment of peace. This isn't love, it's a powerful, confusing attachment known as a trauma bond. So, what's happening in your brain during this cycle? It's a psychological principle called intermittent reinforcement. Think of it like a slot machine. You pull the lever, and most of the time, you get nothing. But every now and then, you win. That small, unpredictable reward is what keeps you pulling the lever again and again. In a relationship, when affection, praise, or even basic kindness becomes unpredictable, your brain behaves in a similar way. When you finally get that moment of connection, after a period of neglect or conflict, your brain releases a flood of dopamine, the feel-good chemical. This creates a powerful high. The uncertainty of when you'll get the next win actually makes the attachment stronger, more addictive. You're not addicted to the pain. You're addicted to the unpredictable relief from it. Your brain starts to equate this intense roller coaster of emotions with deep, passionate love, even though it's actually a survival response. Now let's look at this from the perspective of your nervous system. Our earliest relationships, particularly with our caregivers, create a blueprint for what love and safety feel like. This is the core of attachment theory. If your childhood environment was chaotic, inconsistent, or emotionally unsafe, your nervous system adapted to that. High levels of stress hormones, constant alertness, and emotional turmoil might have been your normal. As an adult, your nervous system seeks what is familiar, not necessarily what is healthy. So, when you find yourself in a calm, stable, and predictable relationship, it can feel wrong, boring, even unsafe. But when you are in a chaotic push and pull dynamic, your nervous system thinks, this is familiar. I know how to survive this. This is why we often say, when chaos feels familiar, calm feels unsafe, you're not consciously choosing pain. Your body is defaulting to a survival map it learned long ago. Deciding to leave or being discarded from a trauma-bonded relationship is one of the most difficult experiences a person can go through. It's often compared to drug withdrawal, and for good reason. When you're in the relationship, your body is in a constant state of high alert, flooded with the stress hormone cortisol. When you leave, the source of that stress is gone, but your body doesn't just return to normal. It experiences a cortisol crash. This can lead to extreme fatigue, depression, and a feeling of being completely hollowed out. At the same time, the absence of the other person triggers intense anxiety spikes. Your brain is screaming for that dopamine hit it got from the good times. This leads to obsessive thinking. You might replay conversations, check their social media, or constantly fight the urge to reach out. It feels like your body and mind are betraying you, pulling you back toward the very person who caused you so much pain. This withdrawal is a physical and neurological process. It's real, it's intense, and it's not a sign of weakness. To make matters worse, people who create these bonds often use a specific manipulation tactic to keep you hooked. It involves using other people to control you, a strategy known as triangulation. They might constantly talk about an ex, compare you to a new person they're interested in, or create drama involving friends or family. This is designed to trigger your deepest insecurities and ignite jealousy. They use the threat of replacement to make you feel insecure and desperate for their approval. They might flirt with someone right in front of you, or suddenly become best friends with someone you feel threatened by. Each time this happens, it creates a powerful fear of abandonment. You start to feel like you have to compete for their love and attention. This triangulation, this use of a social proxy to shame you or make you feel replaceable, doesn't push you away. Instead, it deepens the bond by reinforcing your sense of unworthiness and your desperate need for their validation. It makes you feel like you have to fight for them, which your brain misinterprets as a sign of how much you must love them. If you recognize yourself in any of this, please hear me. You are not broken, you are not crazy, and you are not alone. It's crucial to understand this. You're not addicted to the person. You're addicted to the hope for relief from the pain they create. The first step to healing is recognizing the cycle for what it is: a trauma bond, not a complicated love story. The next step is to go no contact, or as close to it as you possibly can. This is essential to let your nervous system calm down and break the biochemical addiction. Surround yourself with a support system, friends, family, or a therapist who understands this dynamic. Reconnect with yourself. Who were you before this relationship? What did you love to do? Reclaim your hobbies, your passions, and your identity. And be patient with yourself. Healing feels boring at first. That's what peace feels like. It's calm, it's steady, and it's yours to keep. You deserve to feel safe in love, and that journey back to yourself starts today. Thank you for watching. Please consider subscribing for more content on healing and recovery.